Come with me to fly Air Canada's business class, also known as the signature class, from Toronto to Tokyo Haneda. The flight is 14 hours non-stop and costs around $3,000 to $4,000 one way depending on the season. But I booked using points, so I only paid $65 for this flight. Watch till the end to find out how you can also book business class flights for a fraction of the cost. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're interested in travel. Let's go. The journey begins in Toronto at the dedicated kiosk for business class and those with status, but honestly, I think the regular line would have been quicker. I also got told that I was in the wrong line on 2 separate occasions, at this desk and at the security screening, but that's a story for another day. After check-in, I made my way over to the lounge since you do get lounge access with a business class ticket. I went to the regular Maple Leaf Lounge first to grab a coffee since the Signature Lounge wasn't open yet. The Maple Leaf Lounge is located to the right just past security in the international departures. You can also access this lounge if you have status or if you have certain Airline credit cards. It was 10 a.m. so it was breakfast time and everything looked a bit depressing to be honest, but not the worst lounge food I've seen. And it's all free, so can't really complain. The food and drinks were all self-serve, including a bar with standard bar rail selection. This lounge does have showers if you wanted to freshen up before or in between your flights. Then I made my way over to the Air Canada Signature Suite Lounge, which opens at 10:30 and is located next to the Plaza Premium Lounge. The Signature Suite is designed as more of a dining facility, so there are no amenities like showers, family rooms, or sleeping pods here. You can grab a table at the buffet with access to the full service bar, or you can head over to the fine dining restaurant at the back of the lounge with full table service and a 3-course meal, which is what I think makes this lounge unique. I'm gonna sit in the fine dining restaurant, but first let's go check out what the buffet has to offer. The Signature Suite is only available to those flying on Signature Class or on Emirates First Class. They're very strict on this to maintain exclusivity, so you won't be able to access the Signature Suite if you're traveling on the lowest business class fares or if you're using e-upgrades or operational upgrades. Alright, let's head back to the table. Of course, I had to start with an espresso martini, and here are the drink menus with lots of cocktail options to choose from. They also have champagne, wine, beer, and non-alcoholic drinks. I also got a glass of champagne and the Sakura Sweet 17 cocktail. Now that I've drank my morning stress away, let's take a look at the food menu. For my appetizer, I got the cavatelli with mushroom, which was pretty good, but a small portion. 6 out of 10. For my main, I got the cod, which was really good. Super soft and flaky and cooked perfectly. 8 out of 10.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And I had to have a sweet treat, so I got the vanilla ice cream, which was more of a vanilla bean with a really strong vanilla flavor. Yum. 7 out of 10. I've been to a few lounges and this was one of my better experiences, so I would definitely recommend heading to the airport early to enjoy the food here, especially since it was significantly better than the plane food, which I'll get to later in the video. Now on to the actual flight. This is the Boeing 777-300ER aircraft. There are 40 seats in total in the business class cabin on a 1-to-1 configuration with 26 seats in the front half and 14 seats in the second half of the business cabin. The reverse herringbone seats are angled away from the aisle, so you do get a sense of privacy regardless of which seat you get. I think most people who travel with a companion usually choose the middle seats to sit beside each other. But personally, even if I wasn't traveling alone, I would still prefer the window seat for more privacy and because I like looking out the window for the view.
I like the view.
You're my best view.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the amenities. At the seat, we'll find a pillow, mattress pad, a duvet, a pair of slippers, as well as a water bottle. There's also a pair of noise-canceling headphones that were surprisingly really comfortable and did a pretty good job at noise cancellation. Let's take a look at the goodies in the amenities kit featuring Acqua di Parma, which is a nice premium brand choice, although the bag itself is a bit questionable. So we've got an eye mask, a pair of socks, a dental kit with a toothbrush, toothpaste, and mouthwash, a set of earplugs, an Air Canada branded glasses cleaning cloth, and Acqua di Parma scented hand cream and lip balm. Overall, it's a decent kit, but I kind of was expecting a bit more Acqua di Parma stuff and I thought the bag would have been nicer. Okay, so I did some research. Apparently our flight got the older amenity kit because the newer one looks much nicer and it has a better shape and zipper functionality. Now, in terms of the hard product, the seat itself was quite comfortable and you can adjust it however you please. I was so excited when I saw the massage option, but unfortunately it didn't really work, which I'm not that surprised about. There are also preset modes for lie flat or taxi mode on the side for quicker access. In terms of the legroom, the footwell did seem a bit narrow. I'm 5'4", so obviously the leg space isn't an issue for me. I actually couldn't even reach the footwell, even when fully lying flat, but it might be more of a concern for taller folks. The storage compartment is quite spacious. There's a power socket, a USB outlet, and an outlet for the headphones. You'll also find the controller here, but the screen is also touchscreen if that's what you prefer. I would say that the entertainment selection is somewhat updated. The armrest on the aisle side moves up and down, and there's a little storage compartment underneath. The flight attendants came around with a wet hand towel or an oshibori since we're heading to Japan, as well as a pre-flight beverage. And then it was takeoff soon after. Within minutes of departure, we were served some nuts and another beverage. It was around 2 p.m. and would have been around 2 a.m. Tokyo time, so naturally the first meal is dinner. You can pre-order your meal about a month before the flight, which is especially helpful if you need any special dietary meals, or if you're weird like me and like to look at the menus beforehand. Of course, you don't have to pre-order, but the meals are subject to availability. You can also change your mind on board pending availability. I do wish I tried one of the famous Air Canada Aperol spritzes. I actually don't know why I didn't. For the appetizer, we got a prawn and lettuce salad, and it also came with a side garden salad and your choice of bread, which I chose garlic bread. Not sure why they decided to serve 2 varieties of salad, but the prawn salad was pretty good. It had a sweet spicy mayo salad dressing, which was really tasty and had a nice zest to it, and there were pickled chili peppers, which added a nice kick.
Bruh.
For the main, I had pre-ordered the grilled veal strip loin. The strip loin was a bit tough and lacked flavor, so it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst airplane food. The butternut squash risotto was surprisingly good, although I wouldn't call it a risotto, it tasted more like a mashed sweet potato. Pretty tasty and flavorful.
A few moments later.
For dessert, you have the choice of a bowl of strawberries and blueberries or a slice of lavender cake. You also get a plate of cheese and crackers with either option. I initially got the slice of cake, which was pretty good, and it tasted like pound cake. It was a bit too dense, but I liked that it wasn't too sweet. They also gave me a glass of port, which I clearly wasn't a fan of. Maybe I should have opted for a tea or coffee instead. I also ended up getting a bowl of fruit since there were extras left over. Shortly after meal service, around 3 p.m. Toronto time, the cabin lights dimmed right away, and the flight attendants asked everyone to close their blinds, and they turned the lights off to not so subtly tell everyone to take a nap. The comforter was pretty thick and comfortable, and it didn't feel old at all. I'm someone that's always cold, and it kept me warm. The topper for the seat adds another inch or so of comfort, but not too big of a difference. And in case you were wondering, the lavatory is just slightly bigger and maybe a bit cleaner than those in economy. There are some maple leaf designs on the wall and a window in case you need to look out while you're doing your business. I think this actually might be the first time I've seen a window in a lavatory. As for the in-flight snacks, there was a basket of Kit Kat bars, fruits, candy, and small bags of chips set up in the galley for anytime snacks. But I was still hungry, so I ended up getting a chicken pot pie with potato wedges, which wasn't bad, but let's just say I'm glad there was ketchup. They don't have an a la carte menu, or maybe I'm just blind, so you'll have to ask them for the secret or maybe not so secret hot food snacks such as the chicken pot pie. I tried to get some sleep, but I actually just watched a few movies instead. Leave a popcorn emoji in the comments if you also look forward to binge watching movies on your flights. About an hour and 40 minutes before arrival, we were served breakfast. You can choose either the Western breakfast, which was an omelet, hash browns, and sausage, or the Asian breakfast, which was a stir-fry. I chose the omelet, but it wasn't that great. It was a bit bland, and I mostly just ate the fruit. Next time when I fly to Asia, I'll probably choose the Asian breakfast. I booked this flight using 88,000 Aeroplan points and I paid 65 Canadian dollars, but it would have cost over $4,000 if I were to book it using the cash rate. If we do a cents per point calculation breakdown, it comes out to 4.67 cents per point, which is a great redemption. The standard target valuation is at least 2 cents per point, so if your calculation is higher than that, then it's generally a good redemption. You can earn Airplan points by signing up for Airplan branded credit cards. The key is to sign up for a card when there's a good sign-up bonus, and most importantly, make sure you reach the minimum spender requirement to get the bonus points. Let me know in the comments if you want a more in-depth video explaining points calculations and redemptions, or breaking down how you can use your everyday spend to your benefit. Overall, the flight is obviously a step up from economy, but I do think there are some areas that could be improved. Not sure how I'm going to go back to economy for long-haul flights. Maybe next time I'll have the courage to press the call button to ask for more food. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more travel content. See you next time. Bye!